Hello guys, my name is Kunal and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we will see how we can multiply two matrices. First we will understand how we can multiply two matrices manually. Okay, so once minute I will. Okay, now this is one matrices A and their element is 2, 1, 4 and 2. Similarly, there is a one another matrices met, matrix, and the contents of that matrix is like 5, 4, 1 and 2. So now we need to multiply A into B. Now how we can do that? So the thing is we have to multiply this row, highlighted row, with highlighted column to uh, to compute the first element of the matrices. So we will do that 5 into 2, then 2 into plus. Now you need to add. Okay, then you need to add and then 1 into 1. Similarly, now this particular row 2, 1 need to multiply with 4 and 2. Okay, then 2 into 4 and plus 1 into 2. This and this. Okay, now 4 into 5, 4 into 5 plus 2 into 1, 2 into 1. Similarly, 4 into 4, 4 into 4 plus 2 into 2, into 2. So now it gives us a result. So what is the result now? 5 into 10, 5 into 2 is equal to 10 and 1 is it is 11 plus this is 8, 8 and 2, 10, 20 and 2, 22, 4 and 4, 16 and these 4, 20. So this is the result of our multiplication of matrix. So what are the key observation or key condition we have to remember while doing the multiplication of matrices? So this is a matrix, okay, with an you can say m into n cross matrix, and second matrix is like n into m cross matrix, n to m sides. So this n and this n should be matched. Okay, the first matrices, column of the first matrices and rows of the second matrices should be same. Then only we can do the multiplication. Okay, this is the you can say the prerequisite condition while doing the matrix multiplication. If this the column of first matrix and rows of second matrix does not match, then we cannot do the multiplication. So that you have to remember. And the resultant matrix, once you multiply A cross B, what will be the dimension of the resultant matrices? So the dimension of that resultant matrices will be m into m. M into m means if there is a matrices A, okay, by length of 3 by 2, and second is matrices is 2 by 3, okay, then your resultant matrices will be 3 by 3. So these two will go and this will come. So 3 by 3 will be your resultant matrices. So that's the thing. Now, so now once we here multiply the two matrices, okay, our resultant matrices will be generated. Okay, and how we uh, how we arriving at that particular solution. So here there is a element, like you here you can say there is a one element. This is ith row and jth column. So this is element is nothing but an a of ith row and jth column. So how you will compute this resultant matrices of this position? How you calculate the element of this particular position? So we will you can say we will write one formula for that. So A of I and Z. This is our resultant matrices. This not A. I will see as a C. C is our resultant matrices, and A and we are multiplying A and B matrices. So A is nothing but an one matrices with you can say the uh, dimension of m into n. Similarly, B is another matrices with a dimension of n into m. Okay, now we are converting, we are or we are deriving the formula to compute this particular you can say value of this particular position. So how we can derive that? So here you can see, first you have to consider A, and for A you have to consider ith row for that and kth column. Similarly for B, you have to consider kth row and I column. Sorry, jth column. So that is the you can say that is the formula to compute the A and Iz you can say position of that particular matrices or the elements which is situated at this particular matrices. So this is the formula to calculate that. Now let us see an example how we have arrived for this particular formula. How we have arrived to this formula. Okay, now we will see the real time one example. So this is an one matrix A. The contents of matrix are simple, like 1 1 2 and 1, and there is one another matrix B. Here also the contents are 2 1 4 and 2, and the resultant matrices will be is you can say 2 by 2, because this A is 2 by 2 and B is 2 by 2. So the resultant matrices will be 2 by 2. Okay, so now we have to calculate the element which will situated at this position. So I and Z position. So here we will consider I is equal to 1 and J is equal to 1. So we have to calculate the element of you can say 1 and 1 position of this particular resultant matrices. So the C is equal to 1 and 1. Okay. So we will use this formula. So here one mistakes I had in here in earlier while explaining, I did not add this particular summation. So this is the summation. Okay, we have to sum. You can see uh, first column. We have to multiply this first row with the this column, and we have to this by element, and then we have to do the addition of those elements. So that is nothing, we can define that addition by the sum operation. Now we have to calculate the element at the ith and jth position. Okay, this is 1 and 1. So how we can do that? So that is very simple to do. we will use this particular formula. So a of 1, okay, a of 1, and here we will declare k is equal to 0, and here k is equal to 0 or k is equal to 1 for the simplicity. In list it is when we do this particular in Python, we will use list data structure, and list data structure index is start from the 0. Okay, so for the simplicity here I have just considered 1. So ath 1 and k is equal to 1, and into b is equal to, you can say the k, b is equal to k, here I mentioned the k, then it comes 1, okay, and j is here we have that particular value, so j's value also 1. This is the summation over. Now a will remain same, a1 will remain same because we are not changing the 1, and here this k is incremented because now we have to go to the another element, so that k will increment to as 2 plus into b, this particular value will increment because this is an k value, so this will be implemented 2, and then this will remain same. So in that way we will calculate this particular you can say the this particular value for this particular position. So here you can see we have used three constant, sorry, three variable. One is I, second is j, and third is k. And for each you can say variable, we will use for loop to increment the value. Okay, so here we will require 3 for loops. Okay, that is the first condition. So here we will require a 3 for loop. Now we will see in Python how we can do that. So first we will declare the list. So how we can declare list? So we have to declare matrix. So we have to declare matrix, and to declare the matrix, we have to create list in list to declare the matrix. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then again 4, 5, and 6. Again 6, 7, and 8. In that way we can declare our, you can say, matrix. Then I will create another matrix P. Here also I write 3, 4, and 5, and I'll write another matrix 6, 9, 10. Okay, and I will write another matrix 5, 6, and 7. So I have declared two matrices A and B. Now we have to do the multiplication of these two matrices. So and then resultant matrices will be 3 by 3. So I will initialize that matrices first, 0, 0, 0, and then gain 0, 0, 0, gain 0, 0, and 0. In that way, I have created two matrices A and B, and I have declared resultant matrices, and I have initialized resultant matrices to 0. Now for loop, we have to write 3 for loop, as I said earlier. So for I in range of C. So here you can see, 1 minute, I'll just, okay, enter here. Okay, here you can see resultant matrix C has 3 rows. So we have to iterate I for 3 times. So how to iterate that? 0 and range of len C. Oh, range of 1 minute len of C. So what will be written by the len C? So len C. 1 minute C should be capital. So here you can see 0. It is written 3. So it will iterate. I will be iterate 0, 1, and 2. It will not. It will not take 3. I will not take 3 value because range function will exclude. So it will run for 0, 1, and 2 index. Okay. After that, we have to iterate the j in range, the column. So how many columns C has? 3. C resultant matrices has 3 columns. So how will you get that particular columns? So 0 len of C of 0. If you get the length of C 0, then you will get the column of that particular C, that particular matrix. Then K. So for K need to run uh, till you can say b rows. How many b row has 3? So here you can say 0 len b. So that's it. It's very simple. Now we have to apply our formula C, I, and J. The formula I will show you. Where is that particular formula? 1 minute. Yeah. So this is the formula. I have written like A of ijk and B of k of I, and it will be sum to each other. So I will write that Cij. We are calculating this position, and then we will to sum we will use plus is equal to, so that it will be sum over this particular for loop, and then C of I. 1 minute, this I is capital, say ik into, this should be A, okay, and then B of K and Z. So this is our formula. So just we have to run. That's it. Here you can see some, okay, len, okay, syntax error for range 0 len C of 0 len C. Okay, so okay, this is, so we can resolve that. Here I can print now. You can print C. So how you can print okay, for in range, for in C, print of I. So here you can see the resultant matrices. So this can be done. Here we have written 3 lines. So this can be done by doing this can be done by in one line as well. For that we have to use the list comprehension and zip functionality. The zip functionality I have covered in earlier video. I will link the I will link the link of that particular video in the cards. You can go and watch that particular video as well. So I will use zip functionality. So just I want to clear. I want to show the magic of zip functionality. So I will write zip and I will write star B. Okay. B is our matrix which we have declared in above code for I in zip star B, and then I print I and print I. So here you can see 365. So 365 is come as a row, but here you can say it is an column. So column is converted into the row. So it just transpose the that particular matrix. So this is the functionality of zip star b. So we will use this zip star b to you can say the to do the multiplication. So how will you use that? So first I will extract the all the rows from the a for rows in A. So it will retrieve all the rows in A. Now we have to retrieve the all the you can say column. So how to retrieve the column? For call in zip star B. Okay, star B will just you can say it will transpose the matrix so that we will get the all the columns in the B, which are present in B matrices. So and then we have to use simple functionality zip again. We have to use zip functionality again. So here we will use zip again, and we will zip this column and row together. So it will come as a tuple. Okay, so it will become as a tuple. Then we can use for, you can say here we will retrieve those rows and columns separately, and then we will multiply those with each other. But this we have to do sum. Okay, once we multiply row and column, we have to do the sum of those multiplication. So we will write sum. Sum is the you can say the standard method of the Python. We can use that sum method to you can say the you do the addition of row and columns, row and column multiplication. So that's it. So here we can end our list comprehension, and then we can store this value in temp, and we can run. Now if I print this temp, you can see that we have got same answer which we have got by writing these 3 lines of code. So this is the magic of our Python language. This zip functionality and list comprehension might be tricky for you to understand, but once you do the practice of zip comprehension, list comprehensions and zip functionality, you will able to understand, and you will able to understand this particular code as well. So yeah, thank you for that's it for this session, and please subscribe my channel, and please share my channel whoever need this type of help. Thank you.